This thing on? Testing, testing. Sweet. What is up, YouTube? This is my first video ever. You may know me by my alias, Intricate Explorer. I've been doing some photography over the past year. Actually, a lot of photography over the past year. Been going out, trying to do 3 times a week and just shooting as much as I can and learning about it. I've mainly been posting on Instagram, mainly been posting on my written blog, but I've had a lot of people telling me I should go out and do some vlogging with it. So I've never done this before. It's my first time doing it. Basically what I'm going to do is bring my camera out, I'm talking to the camera, talk about where I'm at, talk about what I'm doing, maybe get some cool slow-mo shots, maybe get some cool B-roll if I can figure that out. But mainly just have a good time. So let's do it. We're on the hill in Boulder, Colorado. Jordan's on the phone with somebody right now. And I forgot my tripod mount and my gimbal mount, so we're just gonna do this ghetto style without a tripod at all. So let's do it. Alright, so I'm gonna try and get a shot right standing in that light over there. I've always found it's good to look for spots where light's pouring through to a single point. Especially at points like today where it's really fucking bright out, like you can see that contrast in light right there. It helps to go to like tunnels or other places like that. I like to do like a practice shot, so get it in frame right here. Maybe hang out and see like how it looks. So basically just stand here now and wait while the camera is getting its shot over there. You can hear it because the click on the camera is pretty loud. Alright, so you can see that it actually came out looking pretty good and well framed. So now I'm gonna go in and try and mess with a few different poses. Sweet, so that shot actually turned out pretty well. I had to do a bit of experimenting with it. I was actually standing in the light at first, but I found it looks better when you stand like halfway through the light, because then you get that shadow half reflecting on you, which adds a bit of mystery to the shot instead of just, boom, here I am right in the light. You know, you want that, is that a person kind of look. Alright, so a little bit about me while I'm just walking around here. I like doing street stuff, I like doing landscape stuff, I like doing abandoned stuff, pretty much anything that involves exploring. So how I'm gonna break these down is basically each photo shoot I call an exploration. So say I go to the hill, like today for St. Paddy's Day, I'm gonna call that one exploration. Say I go to an abandoned asylum on Tuesday, that's another exploration. So for each exploration, I'll go around, talk about like what I'm doing, the shots I'm trying to get, and basically just make it more of a personal experience with all of you guys. Because I know I get a lot of questions from you guys about like what are you doing, what lens are you using, what camera are you using, and this will just make it a lot easier. I can just talk about what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Alright, so for this shot right here, I'm going to try and incorporate this depth of field right here with that Pepsi logo that's right there. It really helps to add elements of depth in your shots because it gives you a range and gives the viewer a look of what you're trying to capture and like how far away it is. Because if I were to just go like that, then it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. But now it has some foreground elements leading to the place where I want it to go. I mean, the reason I chose photography is because it's something that really it just feels so real. Like, you could do drawing, and I've drawn a little bit here and there. Like, I've attempted to paint. I've tried a few different art forms, like clay, like whatever it's called, sculpting. But photography just feels so like digital and so raw. And when you're capturing these shots, that it feels like it feels more real, I feel like, to the person. So like when you're shooting a photo of something, people are like, that's real. Like they can see that it's a physical thing. It's not just like paint on a canvas. It's a fucking real image. And even though it's like often manipulated heavily with lighting and Photoshop and composition and all these other techniques, a lot of times that stuff is behind the scenes. And photography is one of those things where a lot of people don't realize the effort that goes behind a lot of the shots. So I think that's what also makes it so special, is because people see this shot and they're like, wow, that's just a fucking photo. You know, like I could do that technically. And it gives it this certain realism to a shot that you can't really get with other mediums. So that's why I love photography. All right, I got another pretty cool shot lined up right here. Found a surface because I don't have a tripod. And I'm gonna try and capture, let me see if I can stand away where you can see this. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna try and capture this over here, but I'm gonna be sitting there. So I found the best way to do it is to sit in like 1/3 of the corner of the screen, because it adds more interesting element than sitting right in the middle. Unless you're focusing directly on having a lot of symmetry in your shot, then that's the way to do it. So you kind of see how the composition is lined up there. So now I'm gonna set a timer and go sit in it. One interesting thing is I was thinking I was gonna come to the hill and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go do like a bunch of cool shots of parties and stuff, but I actually ended up finding like some other stuff behind the scenes, like in the alleyways, on the bridge, in the tunnel, a lot of other places I wasn't expecting to find cool shots to get. So I think that's one also awesome thing about photography is you'll show up to one spot like thinking it's gonna be epic, and you're like, wow, there's all this other shit that's even cooler right around the corner that I didn't even think about, and you end up being distracted with some other stuff. Also, one other really cool lesson I've learned from this whole thing is even if you forget gear that you were planning on bringing, like I forgot my gimbal holder thing and also my tripod. But it just forces you to be creative. So don't get there and be like, oh, I'm not gonna go shoot because I forgot all this shit. But you can find other things. Like I was positioning the camera on trash cans. You can lay it on the ground, get some cool reflection shots. You should just never let your gear hold you back. I think for now, like that's it. So thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this shoot, just give me a like, subscribe maybe. I know I only have one video, but I'm gonna be making more shit like this on a consistent basis. So let's do it.